Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to you, Akim, that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. You know, the hopeful elect. We almost out of here. I wanted to do a quick lesson, dealing with basically the curses. Salaki, the blessings, right? Namely in Deuteronomy 28th chapter, because, we always, as a whole, we always cover, the curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, but not so much the blessings, going into the promises that the Lord, that promise unto us, you know what I'm saying? Even though they haven't happened yet, that doesn't mean that they're not going to happen, that he's not going to fulfill his word, because everything that's written in the Holy Bible is just the will of the Heavenly Father, and everything is set in its due season, you know what I'm saying? So, eventually we will be in the kingdom of heaven, and all the blessings that he promised us, we will receive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just start from the top. This is Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, the first verse. It says, "And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of Yahweh thy power," you know what I'm saying? Just the whole there, from the get-go, man, that's all we had to do. But it wasn't written that way. It wasn't set up for us to listen. You know what I'm saying? We had to learn the hard way. We had to go through these trials and tribulations to learn righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd been an easy thing for the Most High to just hand the kingdom over to us. But, just like dealing with children, you got to make them earn it. You got to show them, the value in things. You know what I'm saying? So that's what, the Heavenly Father did with us. He's showing us the value of life, the value of, following his ways. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on here. That's this process that we're going through is just a purifying process, to chastise and correct us, so that, so we'll know the downfall of not listening, and whatnot. All right, so it says, "To observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that Yahweh thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth." See that? So with that being said, we're not meant to be equal. We never was, never will be. We're never meant to be shoulder to shoulder with these other nations. We're better than these other nations in every way. You know what I'm saying? Since the beginning. All right. It says, "And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy power, Yahweh thy power. Blessed shalt thou be in the city, and blessed shalt thou be in the field." Meaning no matter where we go. You know what I'm saying? No matter, because the whole earth is ours. The whole earth, paradise, it was meant for us to rule the whole earth. So no matter where we go, we'll be blessed. We'll be protected. We'll have rest. We'll have peace of mind. It says, blessed shall be the fruit of thy body, and the fruit of thy ground, and the fruit of thy cattle, the increase of thy kind, and the flocks of thy sheep. Blessed shall be thy basket and thy store. All right, so hey, we got beautiful things coming, man. You know what I'm saying? Like anything we touch, it's like it's as if it's gonna turn to gold, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Although we'll have spiritual powers to actually do that, but you know what I'm saying? Just like, how Jake say, what he say? I'm making hand over. What he say? I'm making money hand over fist. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's how it's gonna be in the kingdom of heaven, and we're not gonna have to work to do that. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be ruling these nations. Previous scriptures I just read talked about us being over the nations. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be out here ruling and calling shots. You know what I'm saying? And the nation's gonna be bringing all their riches unto us continually. You know, it says, "Blessed shalt thou be when thou comest in, and blessed shalt thou be when thou goest out. Yahweh shall cause thy enemies that rise up against thee to be smitten before thy face. They shall come out against thee one way and flee before thee 7 ways." Right, so these nations gonna be put in check, man. They ain't gonna be coming up talking they bullshit, and if they do, they gonna get handled with. You know what I'm saying? Which, certain nations gonna be made an example. An example of, you know what I'm saying? That when they get corrected, they gonna be basically tiptoeing on eggshells, walking on eggshells, so to speak. They gonna be careful with their tongue, you know what I'm saying? Because one thing, we gonna be able to know their thoughts, first of all, and then anything that come out of their mouth, hey, we just gonna judge them for it, man. And the Lord gonna be with it, you know? It says, Yahweh shall command the blessing upon thee in thy storehouses, and in all that thou settest thine hand unto, he shall bless thee in the land which Yahweh thy power giveth thee. Yahweh shall establish thee an holy people unto himself, as he hath sworn unto thee, if thou shalt keep the commandments of Yahweh thy power and walk in his ways. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I think it's Ezekiel, the 36th chapter. Salaki if I'm wrong, but talking about the Lord, doing away with that stony heart and giving us a heart of flesh. You know what I'm saying? Getting rid of that hard head mentality and being able to walk in the statutes and commandments of the Lord, to be able to, to do righteousness, to not go off. The Lord's going to program us to do so, because we're just all automatons or robots, you know what I'm saying, for the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We don't really understand, per se, our steps and our movements out here. We just going about as the Spirit wills, So it's not really you, per se, that has any control over this flesh. It's the Heavenly Father. But like I say, we gonna be like set up to do righteousness. Like, kind of like how you set your alarm clock. You know what I'm saying? You got it set at 7 a.m. to wake up or what have you. That's what that alarm clock gonna do. That's how the Lord is gonna set his people. He gonna set us to righteousness, and we gonna do nothing but righteousness. It says, "And all the people of the earth shall see that thou art called by the name of Yahweh, and they shall be afraid of thee." Right, that name, the Israelites, right? That's the name of Yahweh. He is a prince of the power, Yasharallah. Yah, he, Shar is prince, and Allah is power. So, that name Israel is gonna be renowned through all the universe. When you hear that, like, the nations are gonna tremble. It says, and Yahweh shall make thee plenteous in goods, and the fruit of thy body, and in the fruit of thy cattle, and in the fruit of thy ground, and the land which Yahweh swore unto the fathers to give thee. Where is that? That's in Israel. The land of Israel. Over there in the Middle East. That's like the headquarters, so to speak, for the nation of Israel, But yeah, like I said before, the whole earth is ours. So, we're going to have dominion over everything. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. It says, Yahweh shall open unto thee his good treasure, the heaven to give the rain unto the land in his season, and to bless all the work of thy hand. And thou shalt lend unto many nations, and thou shalt not borrow. And Yahweh shall make thee the head and not the tail. And thou shalt be above only, and thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of Yahweh thy power, which I command thee this day, to observe and do them, and thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got to do. It always talk about, hearkening, meaning listening, paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Hearing the words of the Heavenly Father and acting upon it, i.e. doing what he tells us to do. You know what I'm saying? That's all we got to do. So, I hope that was, spiritually uplifting through the Spirit. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait, to make it, Lord willing, to the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? On the first go around. That'll be a beautiful thing, That's what all the hopeful elect is waiting for, man. Because, our spirits are weary, We're tired of these other nations talking their shit, mocking us, being proverbs to these other nations, right? Having these low base people ruling over us, telling us what to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's like you can't do anything about it. We have to literally just wait. As the scriptures say, wait ye upon me. You know what I'm saying? I think that's Zechariah 3rd chapter, So we have to be patient and wait on the Lord and let the Lord deal for us. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone that ruled well and that taught me this truth. And peace and salutation to you, Akim, that's pushing this word in truth and sincerity. The hopeful elect throughout the four corners of the earth. Shalom.